Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. In this video I am going to be showing you how I'm swapping out the screen on my GS. So I've got a BMW R1250GS Rallye. This is a 2020 model and it comes with the big-ish BMW screen. It's not as big as the GSA screen, but it's big enough. I'm going to be doing a RallyMoto event, which is a roadbook rally event, for which it is kind of useful to be able to see ahead of the bike, and I also need a little bit of clearance to be able to fit my roadbook holder. So this video is just going to be a very quick look at the new Rally screen. It's an official BMW part that's going to go on the bike. Now normally, after I do this intro bit, I would show it you on the table, then I'd fit it and do all that stuff, but actually there's very little to show you other than the screen. So first up, I'm going to take the current screen off the bike. Then I'll show you a side-by-side comparison on the table, move the mounting hardware across, install it back on the bike, and then I'll be done. I think that would be easiest. Here we go. So the two bolts to get the screen off are actually these two under here. I don't know if you can quite see that on there. It's a T25. So there we go. So just take those two out and then the whole screen comes up and off. That's those two out, and then I think this whole screen should just come up from there and off. Oh, it's down actually. So, yeah, so that whole thing comes off. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you on there. So now I'm going to take these two plastic bits off and switch them over to the Rally screen. While it's off, I'm also going to rewire that bracket, which will be in a separate video. So this is the standard GS screen that I've just taken off my bike. This is the much smaller Rally screen. As you can see, it's basically just that lower section in there. But what I need to do is to take off these two panels, which we've got a bit on the far side as well. I did look about getting another set of these, but they're so fiercely expensive. I think just to get those with the screws was actually more expensive than the other screen. And honestly, I'm not going to change it that often. And it's only these 4 screws to do it, so I'm going to do that instead. There's also these rubber bushes on the screen. Pop those out. Pop them back in on here. For a moment then I did wonder maybe they've got different sized ones for this screen, but thankfully it looks like it's all going to fit. Okay, so that's one side done. That is it, that is now all fitted, so that is now ready to go back on the bike. So fitting is the opposite of removal. It's basically just, it hooks back on. In fact, so from below, it pushes up, just like that. And then it's just the 2 screws that go in the top. Now, I am going to fit this now, but it's mainly so I can see how much clearance I've got on that bar if I'm going to fit my roadbook to the bike. So these ones are not the stepped ones, they're just the standard flat ones. Will hopefully do them one at a time so I don't drop them. Should just go back in there. Right, so that is on. I'll just give you a quick look at it. So this is the new Rally screen fitted to my bike. As you can see, it is much smaller, and that's in the highest position. So I'm kind of hoping that as I actually turn it down, whether that will actually give me enough room, because it does kind of come forwards a little bit. To actually fit the roadbook that I have onto this nav bracket up here. So that will be my next job, but that is all going to be covered in a separate video. And if you want to see just how big the other screen is in comparison, that is where the other screen would fit over the top of those brackets. If you can see that, that is absolutely massive by comparison. It's probably another, well, with the little wing I've got on the top, it's maybe 10 inches higher, something like that. So yeah, that's without just this little stubby screen, and that's with it on. So that's it. That is my video on how to fit the BMW Rally screen to my 2020 R1250GS. It is quite small. It's definitely something I can see over. It's not going to give me as much high-speed protection from the elements, but frankly, I don't think I need it on a bike this big. I'm looking forward to giving it its first tryout at the Adventure Spec RallyMoto Kielder 500 Rally in March 2023. Because I guess this video might be up for a while. So I hope that's been interesting and useful. If it has, please check out my other content and maybe I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.